Greenhouse gases can cause a planet to dry out and become uninhabitable, just as powerfully as if the planet were orbiting too close to its sun, a new study claims. The effects of extreme carbon dioxide levels could force an Earth-like planet into a state similar to the hellish conditions of Venus. Researchers say this indicates that, in the search for extraterrestrial life, a planet's position in relation to its sun isn't the only factor that needs to be considered. To determine how greenhouse gases affect a planet's habitability, the researchers created a 3D model of an Earth-like water world. The findings were published in the journal Nature Communications. In the model, the subject planet was covered entirely by water to rule out effects of continents and seasons, Live Science explains. The model revealed that extreme levels of carbon dioxide, starting at 1,520 parts per million, the climate becomes unstable. This causes a ripple effect across the planet's temperature and overall atmospheric conditions. Temperatures would spike to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, creating a moist greenhouse. The upper atmosphere is considerably moister in this warm state than in the reference climate, implying that the planet would be subject to substantial loss of water to space, the authors write. A moist greenhouse is the state seen in planets like Venus, whose water was forced out of the surface and into the atmosphere. Venus's atmosphere is made up almost entirely of carbon dioxide, Live Science writes. While it has been known that solar heat from a closely positioned sun can drive water out of a planet, the study now reveals that greenhouse gases can also destroy the potential for extraterrestrial life. This is interesting because it tells you that you need to know more than just the position of a planet to know whether it might be habitable or not. Max Popp, lead author of the study and a postdoctoral researcher at the Max Planck Institute for Meteorology in Hamburg, Germany, told Live Science. This effect may be fueled by the changes of cloud cover across the planet, which can influence how much solar heat is trapped. And, the abrupt effects of a moist greenhouse, are not reversible by taking away the causing factor. For some elevated CO2 or solar forcings, we find both cold and warm equilibrium states, implying that the climate transition cannot be reversed by removing the additional forcing, the authors write. A planet like Earth will eventually change to a very warm climate, and it will occur relatively abruptly, Popp told Live Science. But, don't panic just yet. The researcher explains that, despite the troubling effects of greenhouse gases on Earth, the planet won't be experiencing a moist greenhouse state anytime soon. Even as human activity drives rising carbon dioxide levels on Earth, it is not likely that this could induce these extreme conditions even if all of the fossil fuel reserves were burned.